on the Next Row Show. All right, the jury said not guilty. And I'm not going to argue with the jury's decision. I promised that I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to. But does that mean that O.J. Simpson is innocent? I don't think so. And for all of you who've been celebrating tonight, are you really celebrating the freedom of a man or the death of two innocent victims? We'll talk about it right here on Talk Radio AM and FM.
Well, if you look around Chicago, particularly look around in the parks and you look around on the highways, you can see the fences are beginning to go up now because the snow is coming and it's going to hit here one of these days. That's why you can't depend on Chicago weather to get your outdoor workout in. So now it's the perfect time to call 1-800-578-WALK for your free video and brochure showing how easy it is to walk fit. Nordic Tracks Walk Fit is the total body fitness machine that makes ordinary treadmills obsolete. Exercise both your upper and lower body, where 65% of your body's muscles are located. In 12 weeks of using a walk lift, you can improve cardiovascular fitness by 21%, improve muscle endurance by 37%, improve flexibility by 17%, and trim 1.5 inches off your arms, waist, hips, and thighs. Burn an average of 850 calories an hour. That's 53% more calories than ordinary treadmills. Nordic Tracks Walk Lift features a non-motorized treadmill which lets you control the pace for a safe, effective workout. Call 1-800-578-WALK for your free video showing how easy it is to walk lift. Order now. If you're not completely delighted after 30 days, you return it for a full refund. The offer ends October the 27th, so call 1-800-578-WALK.
Get it off your chest. It'll make you feel better. Just say it. WLS Talk Radio, 890 AM and 94.7 FM.
Like an icebreaker, trying to cut through all the hype, the thick atmosphere, the emotionalism, and I can't guarantee that we're even going to do that because I'm one of the most emotional guys you'll ever run into. We're trying. J. Marvin, WLS Talk Radio, 890 AM, 94.7 FM. You know what we're talking about. You got to know what we're talking about. Valerie, Carpentersville. Valerie, you're on WLS.
Hey, Jay.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Okay, good. I need to make a point, but first I just wanted to say that you were saying that you thought it was disgusting that all these black people stood up and cheered and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what, Jay? I think it's just media because I'm a white woman, and I agree with the verdict. And you know what? On TV, all they were showing was white people saying, oh, this is a tragedy, and black people saying, oh, this is right. And it was just the media. I think that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions that they're not showing. A lot of different opinions. And I think the media is just trying to make more of a race issue out of it than it already is.
Well, you know something? I'm going to grant you that point because I've done it in the past, and I'm sure they're doing it now. And, yeah, you know, and they kept running it over and over again. So, you know what? Point well taken, and I need people like you to always remind me. So go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to let you know real fast my opinion. I had agreed with the verdict, and I was one of the people who cheered today, but I didn't cheer because he's a wife beater, because I've been abused mentally and physically, too, in the past. I didn't cheer for him because of that, and I didn't cheer for him because he's black and all that stuff. I just cheered because, to me, they didn't prove it to me beyond a reasonable doubt, and if you're on that jury, you have to realize that you're going to send him away for life. And you have to make damn sure that you know what you're doing before you send somebody away for life.
Do you honestly think, though, that they took the time to really figure out what was going on? I mean, they had reports of one juror she was rolling her eyes when Marcia Clark was talking. And by the way, I think Marcia Clark, without sounding sexist, and I don't want to sound sexist in this politically correct time, but I think she's a baby doll. I just have the most respect for her. I mean, this juror was rolling her eyes. It took them little or no time. You know, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's because they were locked up for too long, sequestered or sequestered.
But you know what? Remember the time that they started throwing all those jurors out like for the littlest things, and that yet this woman's sitting here every day rolling her eyes and they're not doing anything about it?
Well, she didn't roll her eyes only until that last day. She was doing it that last day when Marcia Clark was presenting her evidence.
I just don't know. I mean, I know the prosecution tried really hard. I give a lot of credit to them and to the defense team. They both did what they came to do. And I just wanted to ask you, now spousal abuse, I don't disagree that she was abused at all. I don't disagree with that fact. But you were saying that this turned into a race trial.
Yeah.
And in reality, I think that in the end it turned into a race trial, but the spousal abuse was on trial the whole time too. And you have to agree with me that this trial was for murder, not for spousal abuse. And if the spousal abuse was that bad, and if she did say he's going to kill me and he's going to get away with it, how come she didn't step forth and her family? How come they just didn't take it to the limit at that time and just get him?
Well, because I think what you're asking is a classic case, which is always asked of people, and I was always asked of women that are abused, and all of the shows I've ever done on it. At least one man or somebody calls up and says, well, why don't you just do this? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? And you know what? I mean, women, they feel power. You know, as one woman said the other night, you know, you feel robbed of your dignity. You feel like you're trapped. You feel like you have no alternatives. It's such a dirty, shameful thing that you know, you feel uncomfortable talking about people on the outside.
I know, I've been there, I know.
Well, okay, and so you have all of these things rolled into one, but I think that it's a classic spousal abuse equals murder type situation, which does happen in this country on a fairly regular basis. Either the abuser kills the abused, or the abused kills the abuser trying to escape. And I think that all of this, I think that the victims in this situation were all forgotten. I mean, they were forgotten when Johnny Cochran gave his summation. He tried to put the entire LAPD and the entire, this entire quote unquote racist society and cops on trial, and he repeatedly said, send a message. You know what? He's right. We should send a message about this stuff. He's absolutely 100% correct. But there's a time and a place for everything. It's like going to a funeral and showing pictures of a baby. You just don't do that.
Right, but you also have to understand that that's what he came to do. I mean...
Well, you know what, though?
He can say whatever he wants.
You know what, though?
Yeah, but what he really feels, we'll never know.
Well, you know what, though? Let me tell you something. You're right, and that he has to do the job that he's hired to do. But I'll tell you something. This thing on television shows a lot of it. That what we were taught as kids just ain't so. Valerie, I got to go. I thank you for the call.
Thanks, Dave. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. All right, 591-8900. We'll take more of your calls coming up here on WLS. We'll catch a spot of news here, and then I'm going to go abuse Tony K.
Celebrating the month of Talktober. Talktober is proclaimed by the state of Illinois.